Hello everyone, glad to have you with me. CK2Much here, back at it again with Prince Doran, the Shadow of Dorne. So in the last episode, guys, which for me was a couple of weeks ago, or not a couple of weeks ago, a week ago, I went ahead and decided to press my wife's claim on the Riverlands. So Edmure died a bit unexpectedly, and his heir was Rob. And I guess he had Edmure had several daughters, but his son was quite young. So we are able to press our wife's strong claim and more capable leadership. And that will then be inherited by our son, Bastian. And I bet you that Bastian will go ahead and take the Tully name rather than stay Martell. But nevertheless, we will have another Dornishman or Dornish Martell descendant on another powerful seat in Westeros. Doran has come a long way, and I have a feeling that this will probably be his final war. Or at least I suspect so, since he is 73. Honestly, can't believe he's still going. Okay, so we got Allard Sand, another famous sand. Maybe we can get him a good match. I bet you that Vaith girl will not accept that. But we'll see. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I had to turn on my noise canceling. Okay, so we're still just collecting our men. Sherman has already begun. Sherman and and the Vale have both decided to come on in and support us here. They might even win this war for us before we get there, but we will see. You know, maybe I'll go ahead and send my men up there. I'll just wait. What's going on here? Some kind of war. So he is attacking... Jeez, my computer is slow today. Attacking for Lord Baylor's claim on Old Town. Ooh, we can't have that. Command to end war. I, of course, will obey you and end my war as commanded. Good. Good. Yeah, we don't need anyone threatening Humphrey's rule. Definitely not. Okay. Ooh, Crag independence. I didn't even notice this. Interesting. Weird hill to die on. Okay. Oh. We just lost a bunch of men inexplicably. Maybe it had something to do with that conflict? So I've been informed that Lord Cletus IV has come to Sunspear and has requested an audience with me in order to pay homage as tradition for a newly appointed vassal. Ah, did your father just die? Oh, sorry to hear that. Very well, send him in. Lord Cletus bows his head courteously as he kneels down and recites his oath of vassalage surrounded by a crowd of curious courtiers. It is rare to see a man like him rise to the rank of lord. Why? Is there something wrong with him? Okay. We are glad that you have visited. Okay. Weird. People are so surprised to see an Ironwood on the throne of Ironwood's territory. Weird. Again? So he just wants to keep coming in to bend the knee. I'm gonna have to decline. Sorry, Oakart. Sorry guys, for some reason I am just out of breath today. Not really sure why. Not really sure what's going on. But anyway, that guy, Cletus. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if I have any Cletuses out there, but to me the name Cletus doesn't really strike me as an intelligent name, which might be a bit silly. Oh, Ronan died. Him and his 3 bastard children, and his poor Doggett wife who never had... she was a genius, She never got to have any kids. Well, maybe it's not too late for you. We can marry you to an Osprey. 70-year-old man. Okay, well, we'll just do a small private funeral. My granddaughter has been excommunicated. Oy. That's not good. Ay, ay, ay. And she's set to inherit, Hightower. Oh, okay. Well, that's not good. Did my son remarry? No. Ah, he's widowed. Yeah, I bet it's hard to come back. I mean, if you're married to Daenerys, who do you have after that? In Westeros, there's not really anywhere you can go from there, I don't think. Although I guess in this series she didn't have dragons, so she wasn't like the epic person that she is in the Game of Thrones series. Okay, so we'll go ahead and march. We'll start with Shoreham or Shoreham, or maybe we should just meet them up in meet up with them in Stony Sept. Yeah, let's see. Alden Keep. Alden Keep is held by House Bushy. Really, I was expecting it to be from House Alden. Huh, that's kind of interesting. I wonder if there's some lore there that Alden Keep was held by an Alden family. Okay, so I discovered a promising candidate that could potentially be strong-armed into joining factions that I support. What factions do I support? Oh, I didn't know oh, I don't remember that. Okay, sure. Let's threaten him, see if it works. Some tax concessions should do the trick. I don't remember starting this faction. I obviously stand together with you and your confederate. Before you do something hasty that we shall both regret, permit me to offer a pledge to support your factions when called upon. Okay, look at that. I honestly do not remember starting this faction. I suppose I could do that if I wanted to unite Dorne and the Iron Throne directly, because Devland is the son of Arianne, so he will also eventually inherit Dorne and Hightower. Then Tanith would be the queen, so it would kind of fuse the two houses. But I have a feeling that fucking Devland is going to take that Hightower name as soon as he inherits Hightower, so we will see. Okay, so there's some more drama going on. So who wants to be... Oh, we could have a Dane on the Kingsguard. Yeah, that sounds good to me. A fine notion. A new Dane on the Kingsguard. It's always good to have a Dane on the Kingsguard. What's going on here? Defending against Lord Byron's claim, or Brian's claim on the Reach. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Wasn't he married to someone on my side of the family a while ago? Or at one point? I think he helped me take over the Westerlands, but I don't really remember. Okay, so our guys are coming up. We're at 22% war score. That's pretty good. And we need a new sworn shield. Oh yeah, let's give it to this John Aaron. Oh, John Aaron. Okay. If only we had another Martell boy. And she didn't have this husband. Then we could have a nice strong claim on the Vale. Or if she had a son or a kid, maybe she'll get pregnant again. I could have married this kid to one of the female Martells. And then that would have given us a nice claimant for the Vale. My Master of Arms is a hard worker. Everyone likes him. I could have him heighten morale or recruit more men. We could always use more men, to be honest. I feel like... Oh! Pause. Please pause. I paused too hard. Ah, okay. Well, Denzel, I'm gonna give you some backup. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Kerwin. Inspirationalize, please. Denzel, you can back him up on the flanks. And then Royce, yeah, let's get you in there. Royce, let's get you married. Sorry I didn't notice that you were single for so long. Let's go ahead and get you married, and then you'll have something to fight for. Denzel, are you married? Yes. Okay. Ooh, fuck, he has a son, but it's not his. Wendell Sand. Oof, okay, that's pretty rough, buddy. I'm sorry about that. Oh, okay, we will be able to escape. That's good. I thought that we wouldn't be. Okay, so maybe once we link up with these guys, we can control them. Okay, so my Chancellor is doing a good job. Okay, so let's go ahead and lead them to Stony Sept. If we can crush their army, we will be in a good spot. There we go. Come on, Perwin. You got this, bruh. Ooh, sorry guys. A little bit slow. Got that late game slowness. Look at that, 95. Totally decisive battle. Honestly, I'm surprised that that battle was as decisive as it was. You know, this place looks so weird to me. Atlanta. That does not sound like a real place. Atlanta. That does not sound... That sounds like Atlanta or something. That does not sound like something that should be in Game of Thrones. Oh, what's this? I've discovered a plot where Olimar Pyle seeks to fabricate a claim on the Seven Kingdoms. Ooh, the old, Protector of the Realm. I don't remember if it was him or his father, but one of them was in place as regent when Daenerys was a kid. That's interesting. Okay, well look at that. So we already got 100%. Adios, Rob. Welcome, Lady Paramount. Oh, sorry guys. I just took a quick look at the OBS software and I was looking at the wrong place. And it said that the recording was at 0 and I thought for a second I hadn't been recording. Okay, whew. I had a mini heart attack there. Okay, so, yeah, look at that. So I got my wife back on, or I got my wife on the Riverlands, ruling in the Riverlands. That's great. Does she have like a... She has Blue Fork. Interesting. Okay, so she doesn't have River Run, but she has Blue Fork. Well, let's form an alliance. You can keep me up to date on what's going on. If you need some help, just let me know. Any claimants? Yeah, we have John and we have Riella. I just need to get them fucking pregnant. Is it too late for your wife? Ooh, yeah, it is. Okay. Maybe I could just get rid of her? Well, I'm not a spire anymore. Actually, I didn't mention this, but there was an event we had a couple of minutes ago where Doran was reading the Seven-Pointed Star. I think he's a bit concerned about what will happen to him in the afterlife. So I think he's kind of done with his scheming for now. Maybe at some level he wants to do some power brokering, but not quite in the way that he used to. Yeah, we're getting to the end. I'm really, really curious how much longer he's going to live. Oh, what's this? Defending against the Kingslander Liberation Revolt. Okay. Ah, Jotho Slint. So Jono Slint's son. Oh, murdered on the orders of Tala Tarly. Interesting. So Sam's brother. Or, wait. Sam's... Yeah. Oh, look at that. Samwell. Oh, look at him. So Samwell had quite a different upbringing than in the canon series. So he became a nice... Wow, amazing intrigue. Of course, it's Game of Thrones, so he has cancer at 38. Wow, he became a very different person. So he has become an intricate web weaver, decent marshal, and he's malnourished as opposed to fat. So he is quite a different person than he was. Okay, very interesting. Okay, interesting to see how that turned out for him. Oh, and look at that. Lord Samwell Tarly has upset the balance of the realm. he won't give up Brightwater. And now he is a tyrant. Okay. Huh. So there is some drama going on here. How many Kingslanders did he get? Ooh, okay, about 6,000. That's not bad, but it's probably not going to make it. Oh, uh-oh. A sudden gurgling and feeling of pressure in your gut is all the warning you have before you are forced to make a dash for the privy. Don't worry, Doran, we've all been there. But diarrhea at 73? Ooh, uh-oh. Wendemir states that his extensive medical expertise leads him to the certain conclusion that you are developing winter fever. He insists that you follow his instructions. Okay, very well, very well. Okay, to alleviate your pain, he lit 3 candles and had you join hands with him. After a moment of silence, he repeated some words in a language you do not understand. Okay, I'm glad I hired him. They give me a little bit of a health boost. Let's see if he survives this. Effectively, right now he has minus 50. He is minus 0.5 because I had plus 5 from that treatment I just got. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. What's this? I have a claim on Hightower? Oh, Gaston Grey. Ah, can I revoke it from him? Oh, not honorary title. Oh, I can't revoke his title. Because we have an aggression pact. Ooh, uh-oh, so you feel as if you are burning up, and at times you have difficulties distinguishing between dreams and reality. You have contracted winter fever. Oof, okay, that's not good. Who is my regent? Humphrey's my regent. Oh, okay. I would give it to my daughter, but I can't because she's not with me. Well, that's going to put her and Humphrey in charge if I become incapable. I don't think he's going to make it through this winter fever. Minus 3 health. He's 73 years old. Casella has shown time and again that she wishes to be my friend. Yeah, fucking Casella. I wish she would stop again with this. Casella the Butcher trying to be friends with the Shadow. Maester Wendemir has come to see you and offers treatment for your illness. He explains that there are several types of treatment that he can offer. Well, you know, I wouldn't say that my guy's particularly brave. I think he's also paranoid, so as long as you know what you're doing. Oh, look at that. So he lowered his hands into a bucket and he... What? He lowered his hand into the bucket he brought to your chambers. When he pulled it out again, a little fish wriggled in his fingers. Open wide, he prompted you, and dropped it in your mouth. You struggled not to retch as it tickled the back of your throat. Okay, so I feel better. Plus 2 health, that's pretty good. We will see, though. I have a feeling this might be it for Doran. Oh, yes. Okay. Look at that. So, there he goes. Okay. Okay. As per law and customs, 510 of your father's wealth has been transferred between 3 of your kinsmen as their inheritance. Your half-brother, Bastian, is one of the beneficiaries. Okay. Your father, Prince Doran Martell, has died, and now it falls to you to decide whether to make his funeral a big, special event, or a small and private one. My father deserves to be honored with a funeral, and it's going to be a huge one. All the lords and ladies in the realm will be invited. Prince Doran has taken his last breath at age 74. He died of winter fever. Known for disregarding the rights of his subjects, Doran was considered a tyrant, a tainted man. May the gods judge his actions. Princess Arianne, an equitable woman, we expect her to ascertain that everyone gets their fair share. Long live Princess Arianne. So be it. Wow. Alright, your dedication to the religious pursuits have been noticed around the realm. Mathan is impressed. Alright, well, that was the last action of Doran. Well, there we go. Wow, how long was he in charge? How long was Doran there? He inherited it in, let's see, 8,280. So he ruled for about 42 years. Wow. So I know that usually in every episode I say what happened before, and I like to repeat everything that's happened. But I think it's worth it to go through all of his accomplishments. Going all the way back to his very first kill. So Doran set out to get revenge on the Lannisters and Baratheons who had killed his sister and her children, and so callously tossed them aside. So we kidnapped and hanged the mountain that rides quite quickly. And after that, yes, I remember that we had brought Tigget to court and tried to matrilineally marry him to to one of my kids, I think, or someone in my family, but it didn't work, and he would not go along with our plot to put him or his descendants on the throne, so we had to get rid of him. It looks like a few of my kills have not been documented here, but yes, I do remember kidnapping and beheading Renly alongside his brother Robert, who I was also responsible for killing. Stannis was the only one that I was not involved with killing, and, I think Doran knows that Stannis and Renly weren't really complicit. But I was responsible for killing his son as regent, and then once, I remember Garce and Renly died at the same time. I had Renly in prison when I assassinated Garce, or shortly before I killed Renly, and Garce died pretty much at the same time, which led to Daenerys being elected. Not only that, but Doran managed to assassinate Cersei, assassinate Jaime, and assassinate Tyrion. All of them were killed by Doran directly, as was Tigget, but not Kevin. Cersei's child, Raymond, lived his whole life as a pawn. After Jaime died, Raymond was born, so it's highly likely that he was actually the son of Robert, but you can see here that he's a bastard because Doran collected enough evidence to make Robert think the opposite. So they had a divorce. Cersei and Robert got divorced. In fact, he sent her to Molestown. I think it was just a mistake by the game, but she ended up in Molestown. And I think Robert did that as saying, like, you're no better than a Molestown whore, so he sent her up there. She went on to inherit the Westerlands later, and she inherited it from Tywin, who pretty much saw all of this go down. Actually, no, Tyrion inherited it, which I'm sure Tywin must have been horrified to see Jaime be killed, obviously by Doran, if he was died under suspicious circumstances. His daughter removed from her position as queen, and his probable grandson removed from his position as heir and marked as a bastard. So that must have really made Tywin feel humiliated. And then he died peacefully in bed, knowing that Tyrion would be his heir. So I always regretted that we did not get to kill Tywin, but I'm really happy that he died knowing that I avenged my sister and ruined his house. I guess I also got to kill his brother, but I don't think he was on the best terms with them because I remember Jerian fairly early in this series, he tried to take over the Westerlands, so I don't think he really cared about Jerian or Tigget. But yeah, I humiliated Tywin, got rid of the Lannisters completely. All of his direct descendants are dead. So Cersei, his daughter, she had 2 kids, both of them killed by me. And then actually, it's funny, later, while Raymond was a bastard away in Yunkai, I got them together, put him on the throne, immediately killed him so that my grandson could rule. Although, I guess he's my nephew, sorry. But then he went ahead and took a Baratheon name, for some reason. For reasons I've tried to explain in my fictional world that my sister Drusilla was in love with him. As you can see, she is widowed and wanted to secure her son Sherman's rule by not identifying as a Lannister or a Martell and sticking to the Baratheon name. Possible explanation, but as I've said, I have issue with what's happening here with all of my children, all of my nephews, all of my grandchildren taking these fucking other dynasty names. And I'm sure that same thing will happen once Bastian inherits the Riverlands from Doran's last wife. I bet you that he's going to take the Tully name. But I can pretend that they are all Martells, and I'm never going to play with that rule on again. I finally figured out how to remove that rule. It's pretty simple. You can remove the rule that causes people to change their dynasty. So from now on, I won't be playing with that. But yeah, so Doran managed to avenge his sister's murderer, the people who ordered the murder, and the people who benefited from the murder, all the while having his nephew, or I guess this isn't my nephew, I'm sorry. This is one of Doran's grandchildren as king. His son, Quentin, was also king. We have one of Doran's grandsons on the throne of the Westerlands, and we have them in the soon to in the Stormlands as well, on the Iron Throne, and in the Riverlands. I think given time we could have taken the Vale and the North as well, because we do have some Martell blood in the Starks, and right now my sister is married to the Lord Paramount, Aaron. So it's been quite a wild ride, guys. I am really happy with what we managed to accomplish in this series. Let me know in the comments if you want to keep playing, if you want me to keep playing as Arianne. But I think the time has come. But let's do the funeral first. So I will go ahead and make my focus family, and I will continue with the funeral. And once the funeral is done and we put Doran to rest, it will be the end of the series, at least for me. If I get enough comments, I will continue as Arianne, but I think that we have accomplished pretty much everything that we wanted to. So, the invitations have been sent, the lords and ladies of the realm, to come to the funeral. It is time to prepare the feast and the funeral itself. I am interested to see how many people will come. It says here I have a tyrannical stain because my father was known as a tyrant. In Doran's time, I faced no major challenges from my vassals. I think they were all scared. So we'll see how many come. I have a feeling actually a lot will come. I will spend lavishly on food. I don't care if I'm in debt, because I'm not paying for it. Okay. My brother-in-law... Oh, whoa, what happened? Oh, never mind. Okay, so he managed to... Okay, never mind. Isambard managed to stop a rebellion. I thought Isambard, Aaron, was in prison. My brother-in-law. It's possible that there might be some tension between Arianne and my new wife. Oh, what's this? Ooh, so I will be made advisor. Sounds good. So, Arianne will be on the throne. News from the Eyrie. Randall was imprisoned, okay. All of the guests have arrived in Sunspear, and now it is time to start the feasting to celebrate the life of Prince Doran Martell. Let the feasting commence. So it looks like everyone came. The most notable attenders. Yeah, there's people from all over Dorne. So Cletus Ironwood, Sir Ronick Connington, Quentin Martell from Roseby has come. Did the Devlin Martell came? Did the king come? Prince Orlin, Prince Quentin, yeah. Lord Paramount Elia came. Oh, Lord Paramount Elia. From the Stormlands. Drusilla from the Westerlands came. Lord Paramount Nymeria from the Stormlands. Who's Elia? Lady Paramount Elia. Who is that? Oh, from the north? No. What? Lady Paramount Elia? Am I stupid? Lady Paramount of what? Nymeria from the Stormlands. Oh, John Aaron's kid? Oh, okay. I thought these were only landed people. Okay. Oh, and Lord Paramount Sherman came. The king didn't come. What's up with that? The commander of the Kingsguard came. Whoa, the king didn't come. Very interesting. The king did not come to the funeral. That is interesting. Nina spoke up and told everyone how great the food at my feast was. I was really glad someone was kind enough to say something nice about the food, given how hard I worked to ensure the food was the best part of the speech. Very good. Sir Jaren Santigar used his attendance to present a petition. We're not going to worry about the Santigars here. This is about the funeral. Sir Simon must deal with these problems. Yeah. I'm not happy with them using my father's funeral as an opportunity to bring this up. Oh, Arianne has gotten a little fat. But okay. Yeah, it says she's gained the fat trait. Alright, so the funeral. As the Silent Sisters finish the preparations of the deceased, the body of Prince Doran... Man, that must be a ripe body. It's been 2 fucking months. Okay. Is brought to the sept and laid atop the altar at its center. Canopic jars of ornate design are placed at the feet of the dead, and the eldest child places the death stones upon the closed eyes of the deceased. One by one, those closest to the departed in life make their way into the sept and speak their goodbyes, shed their mournful tears, and pray to the seven for the dead. As the day winds down and the last goodbye is said, the body is carried by kin along the crowd-lined streets to its final resting place. As the sun fades away, a great feast is held, and those who knew the dead recount stories of the life and deeds of the lost. And so it is done. It says Prince Doran died of winter fever at the age of 74. He was a man who was remembered as being a humble knight. And I think he was remembered for a bit more than that. And so it is done. Alright guys, so as I've said multiple times, Doran is a lot to be proud of. Got rid of the Lannisters, got rid of the Baratheons. There are Martells all over the place. Very different from how it's probably going to turn out in the Winds of Winter. Very different from how it turned out in the 20 years from Elia's death to Feast for Crows or Dance of Dragons. So, yeah, I am very happy with how things turned out in this alternate timeline. And now Arianne of Dorne rules Old Town and Dorne. Her son, Devlin, will fuse these 2 areas. And very possibly could even see Dorne and the Iron Throne merge into one. But that will be a story for another time. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you want me to continue. But I think this is a nice place to leave it. So thank you guys so much for watching this series. It's been a really fun one for me, and I hope to see you in the next one. So that's it from me. I'll see you next time.